this is absolutely stacked with talking points. This podcast. I haven't even written down the fact that David Cornell has been paid up on by mutual consent. We should probably give him his due. He's moved on after one season. From what I gather, there's every chance he latches on in the championship, and we'll have to fight for his place there as maybe a number 2 going into a club. But just briefly, guys, thoughts on David Cornell's one season as an Ipswich player. I don't think he's one that's going to go down in kind of the annals of history, is he? As particularly memorable.
No, I don't know how many starts he made. He's
15
season.
in all, 10 in the league.
He was fine, wasn't he? But I don't know if he's going to be the goalkeeper that kind of progresses Ipswich to the next level. That's clearly the decision that Paul Cook and his coaching staff have come to. They got a new goalkeeper coach come in John Keeley, who I'm sure will have a big say in which direction they want to go down next season. So I think they can upgrade on Holy and Cornell, and that's obviously the decision that they've come to. But
he just didn't do enough to separate himself from Holy, did he? Holy had the number one shirt going into the season. Cornell didn't help himself with a pretty poor error at Tottenham in pre-season on his debut in a game that he pushed really hard to play in just a couple of days after signing, when they suggested that he shouldn't. And from then on, Holy had the shirt. They started well, and for me, Cornell just didn't do enough clearly didn't do enough in training or in games to separate himself from Thomas Holy, even though if you ask some of those within the camp, they would tell you that they thought that Cornell was probably the better goalkeeper of the two. You do have to do enough to earn the shirt, don't you? And although he had some good moments, he played really well in that cup game at home to Fulham early on, had a really good game at Shrewsbury before the end, saved the penalty from Joe Pigott, but he also fumbled. Horrific. It was horrific, really, wasn't it? Fumbled Brett Pittman's shot into the net at Swindon. So, all in all, have you got anything to add on David Cornell, Ross?
He had a good haircut. Nice,
Did he?
Lockdown and all that jazz. But though footballers, they get haircuts, don't they? Even during lockdown. But nah, he won't be one to remember. It'll be a good strike question in a few years' time. How many games did he play? So keep that locked in for a strike in the future.
And that's what they all want, really, isn't it? Just to do enough to be in contention for a strike question, or even better, to do the outro. But I'm not sure David Cornell's going to be getting that gig anytime soon.
He's not, and it's but a few tears probably over David Cornell leaving, but much the same when Will Norris left. I think people would try to reflect on his time at Ipswich in a similar way, and he's gone on to play Premier League football since then. So. Got the world of goalkeepers is a funny old one, isn't it? You can be the sort of the bench warmer to hero. That your narrative can change very quickly as a goalkeeper. So we may well see David Cornell playing for a championship team next season.